Hey, my name is Shadowsense, and you're watching Vampire the Masquerade Shadows of New York. It is night 8 of us being a vampire. I think. It did say night 8, so I'm inclined... No, because there was a time skip. Right? I can't remember anymore, dude. I feel like I'm losing my mind sometimes. Fucking ADHD-riddled brain don't let me remember anything. Okay, there's girl with fuck-ass haircut spying on us anyway. And then there's... Is that Brian? Huh. It took just 2 days for the city to go all last man on Earth. I probably won't have a better chance to soak in the atmosphere. Or all this malaise spreading through the boroughs is putting me in a weird mood. Seems like I can't outrun it, so maybe I'll intensify it instead. Smallpox hospital, here I come. Right, because as this game takes place, the United States leg of the COVID World Tour is taking place. Unfortunately. An aristocratic taste or a familiar smile. Yeah, let's take it in. Ah, yeah. If someone asked me right at this moment how to define the meaning of the word eerie, I'd just look them straight in the eye and say, just take a look around, idiot. But with the exception of a few stray dogs, there's no one around to ask. This isn't the New York I've come to know. I can't help but perceive it as... artificial? Real, but with an uncanny apocalyptic quality, like a citywide roleplay for some trashy post-apo flick. I've never heard post-apocalypse referred to as post-apo. That's a new one to me. Also, it's raining and like kind of lightning and thunder while I record this, so the ambiance, it just fits. Like I was, Will Smith in I Am Legend? Hell, this is probably the first time anybody has thought of I Am Legend in the last 10 years. The film version, anyway. You're not wrong. I keep walking the empty streets until suddenly... Hey, Julia! Julia! The streets reveal themselves as less empty than I previously thought. Charlie? Sheesh, been a long time. Julia, why are you so stupid? Wow, that's... not the line I'd choose to open a touching reunion with. The last time we met, he was probably working at Karma Circle, one of those vegan places that pride themselves on hiring workers with disabilities. Went there for the first time 2 years ago or so with Dakota. Charles here was our waiter. He heard us arguing about something stupid and rushed to Dakota's defense. And in Charlie's mind, the best defense is a merciless offense. He roasted my formal clothes, silly mannerisms, general behavior, and specific arguments so ruthlessly, Dakota had a 10-minute long laughing fit. The manager overheard him and apologized. But I didn't. I've always liked underdogs who can stand their ground. We even became online friends so that we could roast each other on Messenger. And he can do that using emojis alone. People are getting sick. You're irresponsible. I need to take you home. I was just headed there, Charlie. No need to worry about me. But I was worried. You never answer my messages these days. Yeah, that's not exactly an option right now, is it? Especially during the day. Sorry, my microphone's off-center from my mouth and it's bothering me. If you have to contact me, you need to do it through Dakota. I've decided not to use smartphones anymore. You know, to keep my head clear and all. I think you just got tired of breaking them. You always were so clumsy. Your screen is always cracked. You're always thinking a lot while your hands are doing something stupid. As I said, ruthless. And is Dakota good? You two still gal pals? Gal pals? Yeah, we are. We are very good gal pals. That's good. You aren't practical. You are a mess, girl. You need someone close to take care of you. Shh, come on, says the guy who still lives with his mom. Yep, we're the same. That's how I know. He says that with such an innocent smile and so much conviction, I feel thoroughly owned. No use fighting back, switching to sincerity mode. It's just that, don't tell her this, but I'm not sure if we're making each other happy. And that worries me, like, a lot, you know? Ha! That's because you're being stupid. Hey, I'm being honest now. Don't be mean. I didn't say you're stupid, but that you're being stupid. There's a difference. Guess it's something your mom says all the time, huh? When you're in your head for too long, you always trip over a glass of water or break your phone. That's when they call you stupid. When you argue, when you joke, that's good. That's progress. Yeah, so what, you're a philosopher now? Charlie, I think it's a little more complicated than that. Yeah. His hand simply waves my concern away. That's a sign he's already declared victory and won't broke any dissent. I slouch my arms and admit defeat. Are you still, a journalist? Me? No, they fired me. Good. Good? Seriously? Yeah, Mom reads Lodestar sometimes. She says it's trash. I'm happy you're not trash. Thank you, that means a lot. And how's Karma Circle? You still working there? No, they fired me. Oh. Devilishly good. I don't know. Could just throw it back at him, but you know what? He seems kind of jokey, so I'm just gonna be like, good. No, not good. If they fired you, that means they're trash, and you deserve better than to work for people who are trash. Meh, you're just saying that. He makes a coquettish gesture that makes me burst out laughing. And how's your mom? She's sick and doesn't want me to come by her room. She sent me out to the pharmacy to get her medicine, you know. Uh-oh. Fuck, I hope it's not serious. It's stupid. We have to take care of each other, but we can't even see each other, you know? Now I feel like trash for wanting to complain about my own troubles. You're doing good? Yeah, I'm strong. He poses like a macho man. I laugh. You stay strong too, Julia, and write something from time to time. No promises. Hey, if I'm forced to be an asshole to Dakota and we stop being gal pals, will you forgive me? Let me think. An exaggerated thinker pose. I swear, this dude. No. Then he turns away and disappears into the night. I swear I don't know how to handle this guy. He always has to have the final word, even against a vampire. It's probably why I still respect him so much. Oh well, time to follow suit and make myself scarce. The time comes for me to meet up with Kadir, and hopefully D'Angelo too. The last position on my list. This better be good. And that is D'Angelo's agency. Looks like a dump. Blech. Perfect for the clan of the hidden. I thought he wasn't hidden. I thought he was missing, and to be honest, I kind of expected worse. Why would we look for him in the most obvious place? I've been asking around, and I've got a hunch. Just trust it and start looking. Fine. Who is D'Angelo, anyway? He's a good man, a useful man, but it took me time to get used to him. He takes sleuthing very, very seriously. Boy, don't I know it. His thing is acting like an idiosyncratic noir detective. I heard it helps him cope with something, but I never felt comfortable tackling the subject. Doesn't sound too quirky by this city's standards. Wait, what is that? There's a rat on the floor, frozen in an unnatural position. Weird shit. Despite my disgust, I picked the rodent up. Now that is what being an investigator is all about. Leave no stone unturned. Shut up, this is so gross. What have you found out? I take a close, hard look at the rat. It's alive, but from what I see, he's just stretching out and, like, grinding his teeth without a care in the world. That's called bruxing. What? When a rat chatters its teeth, that's bruxing. He's not acting panicked or aggressive, so I guess he's just happy. I look at its face. I don't know, his eyes keep coming out of the socket and going back in. It looks disgusting, like he's in a lot of pain. So he's boggling. He must be really content. How does he know so much about... Never mind, I'm getting an eerie feeling. This is weird, man. I have a feeling there's another kindred hiding nearby weird. My thoughts exactly. Kadir slowly approaches a secluded corner of the room. And there it is. Kicks a pile of clothes lying on the floor. I'm just a corpse, leave me alone. Lucky for you, we're all corpses here, D'Angelo. You're among friends. Clumsily, drunkenly, the pile of clothes transforms into an unkempt man who looks like he's suffering from some sort of skin disease. You know, a true friend would just bury me. Unlucky for you, we're not that kind of friends. Lucky, unlucky, schmucky, my ass. How did you guess I was here? See, I've been asking around for the past few days. What I've learned is that, for reasons that can be best described as nebulous, you've made quite a few enemies since last year. Yeah, tell me something I don't know. And one thing that caught my interest is how everyone has it on good authority that your place was raided a few times without you being found, yet nobody has assumed responsibility for these acts. Hell, doesn't this den always look like it was just raided? Can't blame anyone for making an educated assumption. I had a hunch these might be more than rumors. See, it sure looks like a convenient coincidence when everyone hears something that makes them look the other way, and coincidences are for fools. Well, you got my number, and you can see my ugly mug right in front of you, so it's no use playing dumb, I suppose. Agreed. You've seriously spent all these weeks holed up in here? Is the hunger not getting into you? We got a lot of critters around this area, and we've become chums. Some of these rats actually got addicted to the kiss. They come to me every night acting like coke hounds, begging for it. Been getting them drunk just to feel some rush out of feeding on them. Feels a bit like slathering a horribly burnt piece of pizza in ketchup, but in this situation, I take what I can get, you dig? It's so gross I fail to keep my poker face. He notices. So's the dame. Julia Sawinski, a detective investigating Baron Callahan's death. He raises his head for a short while to stare in Kadir's eyes and treat him with a vulgar snicker. Phooey. So somebody has finally put the old man on ice. Whoever did it did the world a huge favor. Absolutely, but I got orders to establish who that was, and I've been stumbling in the dark for the past few days. We need your help. I'll be damned. Your sleuth skills must really not be up to par if you're begging a bum for help. It's an unusual case. How so? It's extremely political. Ugh. I asked, how is it unusual? Feels like the game was rigged against me from the start, like I'm just bumbling around and achieving nothing while everyone laughs behind my back. Jeez, you sound hopeless, kiddo. Haven't you ever read a Chandler book? That's how it always is. Just do your best, endure the embarrassment, and hope that you stumble upon the answer by accident. He accidentally lets a metal flask in his hand slip out and fall to the floor, and then struggles to pick it up. Kadir can't bear to watch. God, what happened to you, Gianni? Never seen you this low before. Stress-related disorders causing a disruption in my routine is what I think a shrink would say. Happens when a lot of shady folks are out to put a stake through your chest. Help us out. Tell us what you know and we might be able to help you in return. Yeah, respect where it's due, miss, but I don't think it's going to be the other way around. I ain't telling the two of you shit, pardon my French, until I know I can count on protection. Gianni. Don't you Gianni me, Kadir al-Azmai. I know your level, but I also know that your honor is one of the few things you care about. You want me to endanger myself, you put it on the line for me. And that's that. You either promise to extend your protection to me, or the moment you step away from here, I sneak away into the sewers and that's the last time you'll ever see me. Kadir shoots me a weary sideways glance. I know. He drives a hard bargain. Especially for someone whose sense of self-worth does not exactly appear to be sky-high at the moment. Maybe, but I do value my own life quite a lot. Thank you very much, friends. Kadir sighs. Alright, but 3 months from now, or the moment Prince Panhard tells me it's no longer possible for the court to offer you safety without compromising its principles, you're on your own. No negotiations. That's the only deal I can strike with you. Take it or leave it. D'Angelo scratches his head, grunts loudly, tugs on his mask, and stands up. That's Jake with me, big fella. I might have strong opinions about Panhard, but hell, I'm sitting on dynamite. I'll take what I can get. Who else in New York would you rather rely on? You want me to call you the mayor? My opinions about the prince aren't that bad. So, what do you good folks want from me? Who wants you dead? Ah, starting the interrogation with a tricky one. Wouldn't I like to know? Step up, Gianni. You seem to be forgetting how quid pro quo works. Wouldn't I like to know won't cut it. What can I tell you? That warlock Gothian, or whatever his name is, presumed dead. Tamika MIA with SI on her back, so possibly KIA by now. Hope the kook hid in her office under Vanderwayden's skirt. Around the time they started having trouble, some rough-looking streetwise kindred started hanging out in my usual spots. Didn't take me long to connect the dots. Wait, what is the connection between you and those three? Ever since last year, folks started hiring us for various gigs, some even trying to get us to join their coteries. All of these opportunities were rather short-lived. However, the delicate tightrope act of working for various employers made us fully aware. There's an intra-sect alliance in NYC. Kindred from both sides often work for the same goals without knowing it. The moment we started figuring it all out, a cleanup crew went downtown. I didn't know the serious warlock boy sniffed something out in his own backyard, but then poof, he disappeared. Then I lost all contact with Hope and Tamika and went AWOL. Hope they're doing fine, and they didn't snitch on me to anybody. They are, and they didn't even tell me you guys knew each other, so I think you're safe. Huh. Wait a second. Why were you milking them for intel, kiddo? I hit my teeth on my water bottle. Fuck, I hate it when that happens. Ah. I found a list of 4 names on Callahan's remains. You can probably guess what they were. I get the picture, yeah. Christ almighty. I've heard it was just a list of freelancers, potential associates, probably prepared by Carter Vanderwayden. My money is on him being involved, but I smell bullshit. Have you got any idea who might have done the bossing? Any more clues? None at all. That's where we want you to come in, friend. Investigate the murder scene the only way you know how. Tell us what you think. Guide Julia in the proper direction. D'Angelo sizes me up, scratching his head. Sure, whatever. I'll try my best, kiddo. Lead the way. I'll drive you there, or at least as close as possible. I wouldn't be welcome that deep in Anarch territory. Just clean yourself up a bit, Gianni. Just had my upholstery cleaned earlier this week. After dropping us off at the same place Catherine first introduced me to Mia, Kadir quickly drives away. Here we are. Swell! Classic closed room mystery. Let me take a look. He starts walking around the office, carefully taking in every element. So you're saying basically a nobody. But can you simply call Catherine Weiss and have her open Sesame and Anarch Crib for you? Dunno, sure sounds like somebody to me. Don't misunderstand, I only met her during the course of this investigation. Everyone's basically been treating me like dirt wherever I go, and I'm only acknowledged enough to legitimize this sham. Lord Castlereagh. Now that was an abrupt interruption. I was busy sharing, damn it. Excuse me? He's pointing at the painting of the man overseeing his entire office. I met Murder on the way. He had a mask like Castlereagh. Ah, fuck, man. That really hurt my tooth. Very smooth he looked, yet grim. 7 bloodhounds followed him. He seems to have completely switched his modus operandi upon seeing the murder scene. He's in his own little world, and his behavior has become more machine-like, erratic. I, still don't follow. I never knew the old Irish coot was into Napoleonic era, but then again, I have no idea about his exact age, of course, so maybe that's when he lived, or was born. Anywho. Pay minimal attention to me, alright? Who am I looking at here? Right, that's one Lord Castlereagh. Born as Robert Stewart, a British Secretary of State for Foreign Affairs at the beginning of the 19th century. Incredibly influential, incredibly hated. Ask one fella about Castlereagh and he'll tell you. He was a man who destroyed Napoleon for good, the man who shaped British politics for ages, the man who built foundations for European unity at Vienna. Ask another fella and he'll tell you he was the man who destroyed the Irish Parliament, A man who cracked down on any possibility of reform and then supported the cavalry massacring peaceful protesters. He's spouting these facts like a computer. Is that the hint of the detective's photographic memory? I have to say, it's downright perverted for an old Irishman to put up Castlereagh's portrait in his office. Definite proof that our victim was sick in the head, as if we needed more evidence there. Probably idolized him too, maybe identified with him even. Yeah, that's possible. Callahan and his ilk adore these jagovs who strive to reach across the aisle and achieve hard compromises. Too bad nobody else ever remembers them well. I feel like I should say something. I've got this nagging feeling in the back of my mind. How did he die? Committed suicide in the 1820s. His family took every sharp item away from him, but he was, well, dedicated. Why did he do it? Pressures mounting from all sides, deserved hate coming from all sides, plain old overwork. Also might have gone nuts, kept saying he saw ghosts, otherworldly silhouettes were guiding him, yada yada. An unpleasant feeling grows in my stomach. I can also see ghosts. Also, there's a rumor that someone is threatening to expose him as a homosexual. Having to choose between being publicly denounced and ending it by his own hand, he chose the latter. Well, that's just depressing. Maybe, but the silver lining is it couldn't have happened to a nicer fella. He stops above Callahan's corpse and laughs. Posterity will ne'er survey a nobler grave than this. Here lie the bones of Castlereagh. Stop, traveler, and piss. And he kicks his bones with glee, causing me to jump a little. Is he under the influence? Isn't that tampering with the crime scene? Kiddo, as far as I can see, this crime scene has been fucked with 3 times over. I can't really be ruined more than it already has. I agree, but it looked about the same as last time I was here. Though it was already a total mess before you ever got here. Whatever. Standing by the metal shutters on the window, he abruptly changes the topic. Light-proof. Have you toyed with these? No, in general I avoid machinery like that. It doesn't like me and I don't like it. They don't like you? They don't work properly. It's like I give technology an allergy. Sometimes industrial cameras mess up my face. Sometimes I can't use a phone. You think it could be useful, but it's just a curse. I see. You think these blinds could have been the murder weapon? That actually hasn't crossed my mind. The thought hadn't crossed my mind, to be honest. And let me explain. Let's say for some reason our stiff was standing there as the sun was rising. Maybe staring at poor old Castlereagh looking for a soulmate to accompany him to the other side. Yet another guy pushed to suicide by politics. Pretty old school, romantic, yada yada. Or maybe it was torpor. Or maybe it was a freak accident. Or maybe it was premeditated. In any case, sunlight would be the perfect murder weapon, no? He takes off the mask to shoot a disfigured smile my way. Well, that's just a theory anyway. A game theory! Thanks for watching! Well, it sounds... Sound. Does it? Because I was just spitballing. It's practically impossible to make certain now, kiddo. The most logical cause of final death would be damage to the heart, and that can easily be done without damage to the skeleton. And he sets off with a wink. What is he playing at here? The safe. Anyone made a crack at it yet? As far as I know, only Callahan knew the code, and the safe itself is pretty hard to crack. Watch me, kiddo. He presses an ear to the safe and slowly begins to rotate the dial. Stop clowning around. You're a safe cracker now? When you're cursed with a countenance such as mine and you decide on a job such as mine, you gotta be a jack of all trades. Yeah, but still sounds pretty hard. Last year, there was a random feller visiting a heritage museum in Alberta. Found a safe that hasn't been opened in 40 years. Not a single specialist nor even a blacksmith could have handled it. The man just studied the numbering, listened closely to the mechanism, attempted the most sensible combinations, and voila, the unthinkable happened. That's where just trusting ya instinct leads ya. Too bad he found nothing inside but an old pay sheet. A metallic screech. The door's open. I'll be damned. And it looks like we got the same case here. Confetti. A few random papers scattered around. But for what it's worth, the lock has obvious traces of mechanical manipulation. Probably recent too. Reeks of foul play. Well, what do we know for sure, really? I'm done here. You can take over. Another wink, another walk in a random direction. I look inside the safe. Quite spacious. I haphazardly grab everything that's left inside of the safe and hide it on my person, then close the door so that nobody knows he managed to crack it. When I turn around, he's motioning me to come closer to a sheet of paper lying on the desk. So yeah, kiddo, you probably know the entire beeswax about Schrodinger's cat, so I'm not gonna bore you with that. But honestly, anything could have happened here. I read the text he's written on the empty page. This place is wired. It gives me the chills. I think I'm okay. Tried to record my own voice a bunch of times on different hardware just to see if I can. It mostly came out as noise. He nods and starts scribbling something else as he continues blabbering on. The best strategy would be make an educated guess about what happened here and then interrogate everyone about it. Maybe you'll take someone by surprise, drop a hook on them. The wiretap is a chip in the broken glass bottle on the floor, absolutely sure it belongs to Kaiser. Kaiser, the elusive information broker, the talk of the city, finally got an excuse to nab him. I understand. I think I have an idea how to use it to find him. Should I notify Kadir? Scribble, scribble. Takes longer than before. So yeah, I'll be meeting up with Kadir. You stay here, sister. Maybe there's something you've been missing. Your call, doll. You're going beyond his jurisdiction, so he will try to stop you. Whatever you do, just give me a 10-minute heads up. You know, so I can be a relative safety. Or so I can get to relative safety. For sure. It's back into the sheriff's custody for me. See you around, Julia. Sorry this little codger couldn't have been more help. Whatever I got was plenty. See you around, D'Angelo. I've got a plan. Now all I need is to execute it as a clueless bystander. This guy will do. Do you, need me for anything else? Not really. Better take a hike before the guy you've just called shows up. Can't guarantee he won't make you hurt. Ugh, will do. He puts his head down and obediently trots away down the street. I might have messed with his head a little too much using my wily kindred charms, but I needed him to tell Kaiser where I want to meet, quite clearly multiple times. I would have given him the kiss as a thanks at least, but I told the big man I won't be here all night and that he'd better hurry up, so I want to be ready whenever he comes. Less than 15 minutes later, a menacing black limo takes a fast, sharp turn onto my street and stops right in front of me. Suddenly, something like an acid flashback hits me. I know this limo. I've seen it all over the past few days, but never thought it might be tailing me. Still, it must have. Looks like I'm finally about to get some answers. Doors open and a raspy voice comes from inside. Alright, we're gonna enter the limo and confront Kaiser in the next episode. So, thank you guys so very much for watching the video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more videos like this one, please consider subscribing. And until then, I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.